So I think we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Um, so yeah, Copper, hey, thank you so much for
No
being
problem.
being the first guest on, hopefully what will be like a series of interviews with, other people, different walks of life, different stories to tell. And
Thank you for having me.
yes, I'm honored to have you as the first guest, and for everybody out there who might be watching this, Copper is one of my mods, and
Hello.
she just recently celebrated her 1 year anniversary on HRT. But
Yes.
but before I get too far into that, maybe you'd like to just go ahead and just do a brief intro for the audience of who you are.
Copper is my name. I'm in the HVAC sheet metal trade, and I'm in North America.
Yes. And you are in the process of transitioning.
Yes, I am.
And I guess the first question that I have for you is, when did you first realize that you were transgender? What were the feelings that you were kind of going through and processing? Could you talk a little bit about that?
I want to say it started when I was like really young, but I didn't know what it was all about. A feeling like just appeared and then it just like went away. It's like because I didn't know what it was.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, I want to wear this clothes. Oh, I want to wear that clothes. Oh, I want to do this. And it's like, what? It's like I don't fully understand this.
So you mentioned clothing, I guess.
Yes.
So it started with just kind of wanting to wear clothes not, I guess, of your gender. Is that accurate?
Yep. My assigned gender at birth.
Okay.
Yep.
And then when you were, processing these feelings, as you got older, were you able to kind of make a bit more sense of what you were going through?
It actually wasn't until like 2020 that everything like was more clear.
Okay. And
Yep.
and that was, that was just a few years ago. 2020, I guess, is when you started, actually realizing, certain things. And then just a few years later, you made the big leap to actually start changing your gender.
It was
So
actually 10 months.
it was it was 10 months.
It was within 2020.
It was within 2020. Okay. So that is a lot of, big changes to go through.
To be fair though, when you're thinking about it for like 10 straight months, like day in, day out for multiple hours a day, it's like, yeah, you're pretty sure.
Yeah. Maybe could you talk a little bit about some of those feelings in particular, just in case, maybe some other individuals who are kind of going through the same thing. If you, talk about these feelings and they're doing through the same emotions, maybe they can relate.
Yep. So what was it in elementary school? They told us about like puberty and everything, and then it's like, oh, this is what happens to boys, and this is what happens to girls. And I was like, okay. So when puberty hit, I'm like, okay, why isn't the girl thing happening to me? I was a little confused.
Okay, so a lot of that started very early, or I guess the
I think 6th grade was when we found out about that.
mhm.
It was really early.
And at that age, did you tell your parents, your friends, how you felt?
No,
Okay.
no, I didn't.
Who did you first, kind of tell in your family or your circle of friends?
I told 2 of my other friends, well, the 2 of my other trans friends first, then my best friend from high school.
When you told them, how did they react? What did they say?
Oh, two of them were like the two were like, oh, like awesome, like this is great. And then they're all supportive, which is really good. My best friend from high school, he did make mistakes at first because it's like obviously name to the face and everything. It's like, or like name to the voice as well. But he corrected himself. He was saying like the other name and then just like without too swearing too much, just be like fuck. And then it's like
Yeah.
like he would catch himself. But I could tell he was trying. Now it's the good one. Now it's the good name.
And out of the original, I guess, few individuals that you told, do you still stay in touch with them?
Yep. My best friend from high school, I still talk to him whenever I can. We're very busy. He works afternoons, I work days. So I've literally woken up and just seen him still online at like 5 a.m. It's like, what are you doing?
Gotcha.
It's like, what are you doing? Go to sleep. Like my
And
maternal instinct kicks in. It's like, what are you doing? Go. You should be in bed. You should be asleep. Well, one of my other friends, I talk to them every so often. Then the other one's a coworker, like an old coworker, and I try to talk to them whenever I can.
hmm
Yep.
So, with you transitioning, just within the past few years, actually making the steps to change your name and be on HRT, what has your family, said about, all of that? Are they pretty supportive?
Nope, not at all.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay though. I have my found family, which is all supportive.
mhm. I know I mentioned this earlier. You just hit your 1-year HRT anniversary.
Yep.
So
It was March 7th.
yes, so congratulations on all of that. I know that is a big milestone when you're in the process of transitioning. I guess my question to you, actually, I've got a couple of questions about HRT, just because
Yep.
with me not,
Thank you.
yeah, it's like I'm not going through the process. I can only imagine how difficult it is. But I guess, what was the most surprising thing about starting HRT? Like, what was that first dose like?
It felt really good, and then I was able to feel emotions again.
Really?
Yes, within like the first week, it's like, hey, emotions, we're back now. Hello, we are here.
Wow. So it was, I mean, we're talking a handful of doses and you already noticed some changes.
Yep.
And over
If I
the,
remember,
oh,
if
go
I
ahead.
remember correctly too, I was only able to go on the one of the two because the pharmacy messed up and couldn't get the one in time.
Ah, okay. And just over the past year, what has been probably the most difficult part of being on HRT and going through that?
Keeping up with water. That's, I know that's not difficult, but still, getting used to my body again. That was also a tough thing.
So I know that, HRT, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, HRT is not, a single medication, but it's almost like just a cocktail of different things.
Correct.
So
I
you
have
have
two.
before, you mentioned, having to take estrogen, and then you also have to
Yep.
take another medication. I forgot what it was called, but
It's a T blocker.
and then the T blocker. I mean, essentially shuts down your testosterone, and then you, replace it with estrogen. Is that kind of the idea?
Yep, that's correct.
And then I guess, what other medical, I don't want to say like processes or like appointments, but I know that, it's not as simple as, taking just two medications and you kind of, just carry on about your day. Like, you have to, get blood work done. Is that correct?
Yep. Blood work every 3 months for me. Yeah, it's been every 3 months. That's how they keep track, is through the blood work.
And then everything's been going pretty well so far.
Yep, considering my T levels are untraceable right now, it's like they look at him with a with a magnifying glass. Like, where are they? We can't see them.
That is good to hear. I mean, the medication, it is working, and the transition is happening. So,
Yes, it is, and I'm happy with it.
and now, after reaching the 1-year milestone, what are you looking forward to most, in the next year or 2 years with your transition?
I'm looking forward to seeing how everything else works, like seeing what else happens, because I don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of medical knowledge about it, but for me, it's just like, it just works.
I guess, what you have a job, you're working all the time, you're starting a new adventure on the side, which I'm not sure if you want me to talk about it now, but you're
We can talk about it later.
okay.
Possibly.
Yeah, no worries. So you're staying very busy. I guess, what kind of goals do you have, for your life? Again, I guess, moving on in the next few years.
Yeah. Being happy, being myself, and then just, yeah, enjoying life now that I'm a lot happier now, which is also a thing.
I'm glad to hear it. I really am glad to hear it. And
Uh,
So I kind of showed you a little bit of this question the other week when I was putting everything with the interview together. You are one of the individuals in society who has a very rare perspective. You've lived life as both genders now. I guess what kind of revelations have you seen, or I guess what opinions do you have regarding gender and society? Has there been a part of being a female that has surprised you? And do you kind of look back on when you were a male and you kind of go, oh, wow, I didn't realize this until now? I mean, is anything like that kind of happened over the past year?
I would say I've noticed more in depth about the whole like walking alone thing. You're always on high alert.
I guess you're talking about just being on your own.
Yeah,
in town.
Just in general, on your own. Also, one funny thing that I've noticed: no matter what, all of everyone's bathrooms they just seem to be like absolute garbage. They're never clean.
Okay. So the overall opinion is all of our bathrooms are just hot garbage.
Yep.
All right. That's a fair.
Learn to flush the toilet, people, please.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Also, can I have my pockets back? Can I have actual pockets, please?
Yes. I know you mentioned that before. So yeah, cleaner bathrooms, pockets for everybody. Those are the the big priorities. I can understand that.
Those are the joking priorities.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yep. I can't imagine having my pockets taken away. I think that would upset me quite a bit.
When you come to visit, I could definitely show you.
Yes.
I just hand you my phone. It's like, hey, put this in your pocket. Then I just show you. It's like, hey, let me put this in my pocket.
Yes. Yeah. There's just nothing there. It's a fake.
Yep.
A fake pocket.
I do actually have a pair of pants that it's just nothing. It's just a stitch.
That's so deceiving. That's
I know.
That's cruel.
It is. It's very cruel.
And I guess speaking of clothes.
Yes.
So, with you taking HRT and in the process of transitioning, I imagine you had to buy an entire new wardrobe.
Yep.
Seeing as how you're
bought part of a new wardrobe today.
Yeah. In kind of along the same lines as the earlier question, shifting from men's clothes to women's clothes, what have been some of the positives and negatives regarding all that? We already covered the pockets, but I guess like anything else that you noticed?
What is this thing that we call sizes? It's like what sizes? What are those?
Yes, I have no idea how to navigate women's sizes whatsoever. So
they
I'd be in
exist.
trouble. They exist.
It's like the line from Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's like the points are made up and nothing matters.
Yes, exactly.
But I have noticed that the fabrics are softer, which I like. They're very soft.
So with you being on estrogen now, I guess I don't want to make you sound like a superhero, but like, have your senses been heightened in certain areas? Do you notice the texture of fabrics more, or is there anything else that kind of surprised you with estrogen?
I think I have actually, because my skin's gotten softer. My hands went from like extra large, like I could only wear extra large gloves. And now in like a week, I think it was like last week, I had to buy more gloves for work, and I can fit into a medium. It's like, what is this?
That is incredible. Like that is.
I know it. It's like, what is this?
Yeah, I mean, it still just amazes me just how much, your body can change, when you just take either testosterone or estrogen. I mean, just like your hands shrunk, literally. It's like, I mean, yeah.
I've also shrank in height like an inch and a half.
That is incredible. Oh my goodness. Okay.
What was that? I used to be like 5'7" and 3/4. Excuse me. And now I'm just under 5'6.5".
So there've been quite a few changes in taking estrogen.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, did they tell you, like, before you took your first dose of HRT, did anybody tell you, like, hey, by the way, you're gonna be shrinking an inch and a half and your hands are gonna get small, like that kind of thing?
They didn't say that they didn't say about the hands, but they said like you would shrink and everything. It's like changes would be done.
Yeah,
but also it's like your mileage may vary, which is a lovely saying that I can you tell the sarcasm right here?
Yes. I know you've mentioned that before too, just how, not everybody's going to react to the medication in the same way. And,
Yeah,
some people may achieve physical goals faster than others. So I guess,
and without the need of surgeries.
yeah. And, I can't even imagine if you're going to be pursuing all the surgeries, just the astronomical cost associated with all that.
Actually, ours, I think there's a few that are covered.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So like covered by your government?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess in the United States, I think I'd have to talk to, somebody else who's, transitioned stateside.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, I remember someone I talked to, they said that it was a lot to transition.
Yeah, I think the number associated with top surgery was, more than 10 grand in the States. And I think
Probably somewhere around there.
I think that's
Yeah,
pretty low. That's a low number too.
yep. T just said in the chat that bottom is covered and on it covered here.
That's promising. I think in the United States, it's like, well, you're pretty much on your own, so go F yourself.
Yep.
Unfortunately. So kind of getting back to the trans experience overall, over the past few years, what have been your most uplifting experiences? Have you had, anything that kind of made you feel as though, like, yes, this is the path for me, this is something I know I want to do, and it just kind of confirmed your beliefs? Anything like that?
Yeah, just waking up some days and just seeing what's all happened and everything. It's really nice. And like wearing clothes and everything. It's like it's really nice. Like it's helped.
And is there I guess for a lot of people who are transitioning, I think there is a moment where you start HRT, you start dressing the way you want to really confirm your gender, and you fill out all the paperwork legally, and you do all those things to officially, create this new life. Is there any part of your old life that you kind of want to keep with you, or is there just like a moment where you just kind of cut everything off and you just start fresh?
Yeah, that can definitely vary. I guess that's all I can say about that. I still absolutely love sewing, and I still will. I'm trying to think of what else. Because that was one thing that I did a lot. Oh yeah, and cosplay really helps. I don't really know how else to answer the question other than that.
Yeah, no worries. With the circle of friends, the first individuals that you told that you were trans, when they see you now, I guess, what do they say?
Oh, my one coworker couldn't even recognize me. They were like, "Wait, that's you?" It's like, "Yep, hello."
And you said that was your coworker.
Yep. Well, it was a coworker / friend from like 2017 to 20. No, it was like 2015 to like 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When did you see them again? I guess it was recently.
I sent them a picture from when I visited T recently, and yeah, they were like, "Wait, that's you."
That's okay. That's pretty incredible. All right. Yep. And shifting gears just a little bit, what is the most challenging part about being trans that most of society doesn't realize?
That's a very good question. The whole like trying to find yourself and like not step on toes, like for me at least. Voice training, that is very difficult. I know I don't sound anywhere near what I want to sound like, but yes. What else? Oh yeah, like one thing is trying to learn like how to act and everything if you don't have a role model.
Do you think that, in the trans community, having role models is important?
Definitely, because then you can, for my, I guess, side, like for lack of a better word, like learning how to do makeup, learning how to speak. What else? I know it sounds stupid, but learning how to sit down and walk.
So out of all that, what has been the most challenging?
For me, the sitting down, I haven't even touched makeup yet. That's a whole different animal. And then there's it's also voice. Voice is hard too. It's very hard because there is something that you can get, but it's like it can make you go mute. So it's like everyone's like, yeah, do not do that.
And you're talking about a particular surgery?
Yeah, it's where they stretch out your vocal cords.
Oof.
But even my doctor was like, yeah, it's like it can make you go mute. So it's like, yeah, don't do that.
It's still a surgery. There's still risks, very real risks.
Oh, they're like, it's a new surgery for one, and the second thing is that yeah, you can go mute, and it is a very like it's like a very real occurrence.
Yeah. I tell you what, kudos to anybody who is brave enough to go through with that. I don't think I could.
Oh, definitely. That's why I just do the voice training.
Yeah, and I mean the voice training is tough too.
Yeah, one thing I find funny is that like we have to become voice actresses, and then like the people like the individuals on the other side just like take the tea. It's like hello, I am here.
So you're saying the as far as the voice goes, taking testosterone just automatically makes you a few octaves lower, and
It can, again, your mileage, like, I hate using this saying, but I know it's so friggin' true. It's like your mileage may vary, but it's also like it does work for some individuals.
Yeah. And with your doctor, do they have a lot of experience, helping people transition? Is that type of care difficult to find?
There's only 2 clinics that I know of in my area, and one of them is the Bad Touch.
I guess what do you mean by the bad touch?
They were caught a few years ago using conversion therapy.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's the Bad Touch.
So that's a new term for me.
It's where they like gaslight you into thinking you aren't who you've spent so much time self-learning and figuring out who you are. To put it into like, to summarize it up a bit.
So there were individuals who were looking for help to transition, and then this medical facility, they were trying to convince them that they didn't understand their own feelings and that they should stick with the gender that they were born with. Is that correct?
Yep, basically.
And this was a licensed medical facility.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
I will not say the name just because of like legal reasons, but I did read online from a few places that they were caught using it. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna risk that.
Wow. Yeah, that adds a new dimension of difficulty to trying to get healthcare if you're trans. I mean, you almost have to put quote unquote licensed medical professionals through additional filters just to make sure they're not quacks.
Yep, because how I found out about mine, like the one I'm going to, is I asked my one friend who's in the same journey as I am, and then they were like, oh, come to mine. Well, it's like I tried going to theirs, and theirs is like an hour away-ish, and they were like, sorry, we can't take you as a patient because you're outside of our medical zone, which is like, okay, that's honestly fair because it's like an hour drive one way. It's like, yeah, that's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
To be out of their zone. And then it's like, oh, but there is this one, and it's within your zone. It's like, okay, cool, thanks, I'll go to them.
Wow. So just to try and find the medical professionals to help you, like you have to try and find ones that have helped people transition before. You have to put them through extra filters to make sure that they're not gonna try and gaslight you.
It might be different in other places, but I know for here at least that's how it was.
Yeah, that is so much to go through. I think that's also important to highlight for a lot of people who aren't trans. They don't know anybody who is trans or is transitioning. Just all the extra hoops that people have to go through just so they can try and be happy.
Yep. If I remember correctly, getting a license, getting a birth certificate's like $300.
Yeah, so there's the unavoidable extra costs associated with everything.
And that's after I fill out that like 7-page form that I showed, no, like 14-page form that I showed you a while ago.
Yes. Yeah, I remember you showing me that, and automatically I took a look at that photo and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I had flashbacks from the Navy, and all the paperwork we had to fill out for the government there.
To be fair, though, that one's like a general purpose one for like everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So they fill it out for like if you get married, if you get divorced, if like widowed, like it's literally just like everything.
So, off the top of your head, from the start of this process to where you are now, how many different piles of paperwork have you had to fill out?
Let's see. There was the one to start. There was the blood work, which I'm putting into one pile. The name, the birth certificate. Probably I'll have to fill out a driver's license, a health card. My trade ticket too. I'll have to do that. I'm counting 7 so far that SIN number.
Well, I guess
8 that I'm counting.
Okay, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more as well.
Oh, there's going to be a lot more.
Yeah. So the going back to the very start of it, I guess, who's the first person or office that you go to start that whole process?
To start what process?
Well, I guess
because there's 2 processes that are possible.
So I guess we've already talked about the medical process. I guess I'm thinking more of the changing your legal identity with the government process. I guess who do you talk to?
So it'd be for us it'd be the service centers, which for you would be the DMV.
Ah, okay.
Is that where you go to get like your licenses and health cards and such?
Yep, DMV.
Yeah. So it'd be the DMV for South.
Okay. So
I also forgot passport too. I forgot about passports.
Oh.
So there's 9.
Oh wow. Okay. So again, shifting gears, just a little bit. Going through your day-to-day, what is your biggest challenge every day?
I guess the biggest challenge would be dealing with the warmth that happens like 2 hours after. Remembering to take them. Getting enough water, that's also another one, because like I should be drinking a lot more than I have. That's about it, I think.
And then you just
it's
have
literally just like minor stuff.
Okay. And you have to
it's all minor. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Well, I was just gonna say is you have to drink a lot of water just because of the medications and the toll it takes on your body.
Yep. Yeah, you're supposed to keep up, like go over the daily recommended amount, because it's like, yeah, but it's like I don't. I should, but I don't.
All right, Dead Queen, you heard it. You have to keep Copper hydrated.
She already bought me a Brita without telling me. I was down in like February. It's like, hey, I bought you a Brita. It's like, crap.
So I know before we talked a bit about your feelings when you were younger, and everything that you went through, processing those emotions. Now that you're 1 year into HRT, you reach that milestone, you're on to the next milestone. What would you tell the younger version of yourself about what you were going through, about being trans? What would you tell yourself?
I think I would tell myself it's like everything will be okay. It is weird to think like it'll take some time, but you'll figure it out, and it'll be the right decision.
And to other people out there who are going through what you've gone through, I mean, what advice do you have for them?
Stay true to your heart. Like, think it may be rough, but it'll get better. Yeah, that's about it. I would say it may be rough, but you'll be happy in time.
And It seems as though there are a consistent number of people in society who, just feel as though it's necessary to harass the trans community. And it seems as though there are just a number of misconceptions that a lot of people have regarding, people who are transitioning. Yeah, like if you could, talk to society at large, if you could send a message to everybody, what would you like everyone to understand about trans individuals?
We just want to live normal lives, like be respected as humans, like just normal people who can live our normal lives, like be ourselves and enjoy life like everyone else does.
Well, I guess, kind of in the same vein, what is one of the misconceptions that, a lot of people have about trans folks?
I'm trying to think now, actually, because I don't really get too involved in it, but I'm also like that I guess for us that it's like like that we're trying to be like treated as better than everyone else, I would say, when it's like we're not. We just want to be like treated as normal.
Understood.
And yeah, and then it's like I will admit I do tend to block out that section of media just because like I don't need to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also trying to think of one that's like TOS friendly, because there's like some really bad lies that people say.
Well, if there's one that you can soften up, for the general audience, would you be able to tell
Okay.
that one?
Okay. Yeah. So that's like we try to push ours like quote unquote beliefs onto people when it's like we don't. It's like there's no like quote unquote belief system. I would say it's just like just be treated as a normal person, but they can change it into making it sound like there is. I
And
know Hollywood doesn't really help with that, but yeah.
yeah, what would you say to the people who are out there and they say, "Oh, trans people, they're just a bunch of individuals who just want to play dress up, and they're trying to be dramatic, and they're just kind of spreading all of this BS." I guess what would you say to those people aside from like shut the hell up? I guess the individuals who just don't fully understand what the process is like. How would you convince them to say like, I understand you, that kind of thing?
Yeah, that'd be a tough one. I would try to have them like think of something like from their personal life, and that's like, what if you couldn't have that unless you did this
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing? Like, because that would be the only thing I can think of that would be like in the same vein of thinking, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And for the whole dress up part, it's like related to something I do know about. It's like people do cosplays where it's like they're dressing up as like Bridget or like other feminine characters or male characters. It's like yeah, they just do it. It's like, and no one. It's like it's fine. It's like just push it into the same realm as that. It's like it's fine. It's not hurting anyone. It's not hurting you.
For the trans community as a whole, I guess, what do you think the community should strive for in the future? Like, obviously, it's like just trying to develop a certain level of understanding. For all the naysayers that say, "Oh, these people are mentally ill. They just want to play dress up. They're doing all these crazy things." But this is actually something that's self-actualizing, and this is how you feel happy. I guess what do you think the next step is for the trans community in general?
I would say it's just like general acceptance, like just being okay with us existing. Obviously, getting better representation in media would be a good one. By that I mean not a character, like them actually just writing characters where they go like, oh yeah, I'm this. Anyway, let's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm trans. But it's like, anyway, let's continue on with what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like not well, for me at least, not the flamboyant ones. Like, for example, like I'll use this as an example. I went to a drag show at Anime North last year.
Okay.
I loved it because it was more like toned down everything, and then there's RuPaul. It's like just to put into some perspective, where it's like the toned down version. Then there's like there's flamboyant. It's like, hello, I am here.
Yes, and I laugh because a week ago at this time, I went to RuPaul's drag show in Las Vegas, and that was very much over the top, which I was expecting. But it's just like
yeah, you expect it from them, but it's like just be normalized in society. Like just basically like you go into a neighborhood where it's just like, oh yeah, they're like, obviously you wouldn't out your neighbor if you knew them, or any trans individual if you knew them. But just as an example, it's like, oh yeah, they're trans. Anyway, let's go do this.
Yeah. So just the
that sort of thing.
Sorry. Yeah.
Just like that sort of normalization level.
So pretty much
for job, just like for jobs where it's like what was it when people say like oh, I work in construction? It's like, okay, cool. Yeah.
So I guess what is your favorite, I guess, film, TV show, artwork, play, etc. that has your favorite trans character, your favorite trans representation in it?
Ironically, I'm looking at the sticker right now. It's a Bridget from Guilty Gear. Just, but also one of the ones, like, even though the character, oh yeah, one too is Sally Mae from Hell of a Boss. She was really good.
Gotcha.
Like she was really good because it's like it wasn't like harped on or anything. It's just exist, like she just naturally existed in the show. And then then even the voice actress was trans, and then you find out, like, she confirmed that Sally Mae is trans. It's like, this is awesome.
Do you normally have, I guess, a lot of those little bits of inspiration around you, like on a daily basis, just kind of keep you going?
Daily bits of inspiration. I have the flag out. I have the flag behind my bed. I have. I know it's not like related to this, but I have Bob Ross. I have a poster of Bob Ross smiling down at me saying "Happy Trees." I'll post a picture in the Discord, but it's literally just like it's a Walmart poster of just Bob Ross. I have I have a few pride flags. I have what else do I have? Oh, I have bracelets that I got. Oh, and then on my hard hat, I have a few pride stickers too. Yeah, so I have little things scattered around.
The last question, that I have for you is there anything else you'd like to say to help tell your story?
I'm honestly trying to think, because I know I've told you my story quite a bit.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what else I can say, because I've already told you a lot of it. It's like, I don't know what comes to mind right now. Nothing's coming to mind. I should have written down a script.
Yeah, no, I'll rephrase it just a little bit. How about this? So, okay. Where, and this sounds like just like a terrible job interview, but years from now, where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be?
Well, I see myself with a certain individual who might or might not be in the chat. Hi, hello, in a house with lots of plants, because I stare over at my little garden over here, just enjoying life, just having a happy life. Oh yeah, definitely a cat. I forgot about that. Get my voice training all done. Like get to a point where I'm okay with my voice and okay with how I look. Like being able to do makeup, being surrounded by friends and loved ones, and just having a good life.
Awesome. And just being happy.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And I really want all that to happen for you, and I know you can do it. And once again, I just want to say, congrats on, the 1 year HRT anniversary, hitting that milestone. I can't imagine everything that you and other individuals in the trans community, have to go through on a daily basis. Everyone in the trans community, I really do look to them, for strength and inspiration, because they go through a whole lot and most people don't even know a fraction of it. So yes, with that being said, I will, I will stop interrogating you. And
interrogation.
Yes,
I know interrogations.
So, yes. But with that being said, any final thoughts you wanna send out into the ether?
Where were you on the night of the 4th?
I almost spit out my tea. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right.
You didn't expect that reference, did you?
I was trying to take a sip of my tea to. And I failed. All right. Okay. So the other thing that I have to say before we sign off is coming up soon. We're going to be having the video game celebration stream, which
hopefully I can get my PC running by then. Yeah.
So we'll do it when you're ready to go. But when it does happen, we're gonna of course make a big deal out of it and hopefully get everybody there so we can. I think we're gonna play golf with friends, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah, golf with your friends.
Yes, so we're gonna smack some balls and
yep,
and do all sorts of things.
Probably yell at each other.
Yes, of course, and not rage and not get frustrated. We're all gonna be totally calm and peaceful.
Yes, we'll be totally calm and peaceful, and I totally won't try to just full send 90% of the golf balls.
Yes, full send every swing. Gotcha. Oh, all right. Well, hey. Yes. Hey, Tor, Benny, Dead Queen. How you doing? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to sign off. And of course, Copper, hey, thank you so much for being my very first interviewee. And, thanks again for help telling your story. And, I wish you and, Dead Queen the best of luck and everything.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on the very first episode of Bull in a Chinese Shop. I got a couple other episodes that I'm working on. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, I can pretty much do the same thing and have a more relaxed, extended interview show going on. Stay tuned for more episodes. And once again, Copper, thank you so much for being here and telling your story.
Thank you again for having me.
All right. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.